Hello everyone, I am Janice Apolinario Kisay, a BEd 3 student, and in this video, we will gonna learn about learners with learning disabilities. Let's have fun, let's learn and explore together. So our objectives at the end of the lesson, students will be able to define the types of learning disabilities, the dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculla. Describe the characteristics of students with learning disability, dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculla, and appreciate the importance of the lesson through participation. I have something to show you, and please observe it. Do you know this man? Yes, this is Albert Einstein. And how about this one? It's Daniel Radcliffe. So, this is the one who act the Harry Potter. So, very good. Did you know that Daniel Radcliffe and Albert Einstein had a difficult in reading, writing, and calculating? If that's so, this man has a great relationship to our lesson for today because these men are individuals with different learning disabilities. Are you ready? Yes, if that's so, let's start. So our lesson for today is all about learners with learning disabilities. So we have three types of learning disabilities to tackle. It is the dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculla. So first, let us discuss what is dyslexia. Dyslexia is a specific reading disabilities because of a defect in the brain processing of symbols. So, we have the characteristics of dyslexia: a late talker, impaired ability to learn basics such as alphabet, colors, and numbers. And the third one is confusing letters such as B and D, or the orders of letters within words. So, if we say dyslexia, this is a reading disabilities. First, let us discuss what is dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a learning disability that affects writing, which requires a complex set of motor and information processing skills. Dysgraphia makes the act of writing difficult. People with dysgraphia can have trouble organizing letters, numbers, and words online or on page. Dysgraphia results partly from visual spatial difficulties, trouble processing what the eyes sees, language processing difficulty, trouble processing and making sense of what the ear hears. As with all learning disabilities, dysgraphia is a lifelong challenge, although how it manifests may change over time. A student with this disorder can benefit from specific accommodations in the learning environment. Extra practice learning the skills required to be an accomplished writer can also help. What are the warning signs of dysgraphia? So the warning signs of dysgraphia is having bad handwriting doesn't mean a person has dysgraphia. Since dysgraphia is a processing disorder, difficulties can change throughout a lifetime. However, since writing is a developmental process, children learn the motor skills needed to write. While learning the thinking skills needed to communicate on paper, difficulties can also overlap. Dysgraphia warning signs by age. First, in young children, trouble with tight, awkward pencil grip and body position. Second, avoiding writing or drawing tasks. Third, trouble forming letter shapes. Fourth, inconsistent spacing between letters or words. Fifth, poor understanding of uppercase and lowercase letters. Sixth, inability to write a draw in a line or within margins. And lastly, tiring quickly while writing. So those are warning signs in young children. Next, warning signs by age in school-age children. Trouble with illegible handwriting. Second, mixture of cursive and print writing. Third, saying words out loud while writing. Fourth, concentrating so hard on writing that comprehension of what's written is missed. Fifth, we have trouble thinking of words to write. And lastly, omitting or not finishing words in sentence. So those are warning signs in school-age children. Next, we have the third warning signs by age. We have teenagers and adults. Trouble organizing thoughts on paper. Second, trouble keeping track of thoughts already written down. Third, difficulty with syntax structure and grammar. Fourth, large gap between written ideas and understanding demonstrated through speech. So those are warning signs in teenagers and adults. So we have here strategies can help. There are many ways to help a person with dysgraphia achieve success. Generally, strategies fall into three main categories. We have first, accommodations. Second, modifications. Third, remediation. First, what is accommodations? So, in accommodations, we need to provide alternatives to written expression. In modification, changing expectation or task to minimize or avoid the area of weakness. In remediation, providing instruction for improving handwriting and writing skills. Finding the most beneficial type of support is a process of trying different ideas and openly exchanging thoughts on what works best. So, in early writers who have dysgraphia, we need to be patient and positive, encourage practice, and praise effort. Becoming a good writer takes time and practice. And for young students who have dysgraphia, we need to encourage practice through low stress opportunities for writing. This might include writing letters or in a diary, making household lists, or keeping track of supports teams. And for teenagers and adults who have dysgraphia, many of these tips can be used by all age groups. It is never too early or too late to reinforce the skills needed to be a good writer. Dysgraphia. Dys means impairment. Graph means producing letter from by hand. Ia means a condition. Therefore, dysgraphia is an impairment of letter writing by hand. This does not mean there is an intellectual impairment of a reading disability. So next, let us discuss what is dyscalculla. Dyscalculla refers to the difficulty to understand math concepts and to perform math operations. Dyscalculla is a specific learning disability or difficulty in mathematics. Severe difficulty in making arithmetical calculations as a result of brain disorder. It goes by many names. Some public schools refer to it as a mathematics learning disability. Doctors sometimes call it mathematics disorder. Many kids and parents call it math dyslexia. So, who defined dyscalculla? It was originally defined by the Czechoslovakia researcher, caused as a difficulty in mathematics as a result of impairment to a particular parts of the brain involved in mathematical cognition, but without a general difficulty in cognitive function. Instructional techniques and accommodation of dyscalculla. Always move from instruction to restricted practice, in which it is hard for the pupil to make an error. Ask lots of specific questions to explore learning. Constantly change the methods of teaching to suit the situation. Correct all errors and give hints rather than straight answers. Dyscalculla is a sequential memory impairment. When doing math, people with dyscalculla must use primitive strategies such as using their fingers to involve and create new skills. If you have a learning disability such as this, go easy on yourself. We all struggle. Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video. I hope you like it and I hope you learn a lot. Thank you!